Welcome, guys. Welcome. This is Fortress Friday, of course. This is, I think, the third session. We're still in the first year. We're in late summer of year 300, but a lot has happened, a lot of death and destruction. So we're going to sort of be doing a bit of a summary just to sort of get started. I guess we'll go through the various news. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you're watching it a week late. We actually are doing it live on Twitch, but then putting the video up a week after on the next Friday. Usually at the time that I'm streaming live. So if you are watching this on YouTube after I've just released it, there's a very good possibility we're doing the next Fortress Friday if you do want to bounce across to Twitch and join us there. So that's the message for those watching on YouTube a week after this is recorded. I didn't schedule the start of this one. I'm a bit earlier than my normal sort of start time anyway, but anyway, we'll just get into it. So we're playing in a outpost called Tin Martyr, back over through here. It's very early days. We have actually lost a fair few, not a fair few, we've lost a few of our dwarves. We've got 12 dwarves in the fortress. I do actually have, it's a DasDemption game, which means that if a fortress, if a dwarf dies that you've actually named, then you will be banned for half an hour. So that's actually what has happened, and we've had a few deaths already. In fact, let's have a bit of a look at this. We'll just do a bit of a summary. So, dead and or missing. So we've got, we're not sort of seeing the actual dead. This is interesting. It's not showing the dead dwarves. These are, we've got different sorts of creatures on the actual map itself, but we're not seeing our dead outside. And we've definitely got dead citizens. So everyone has been named at this stage, and we have 2 names left. So if you are watching on Twitch, then by all means redeem a name, and I do keep it in a text file just for the next session. So I've got like a list of the dwarves that will be named. All right, so we've got a couple of the militia commander and the planter have got no job at the moment. That's okay. Everyone else is doing things. There's still a lot of work for us to do. Now, we do actually have to be careful. We've got all these different hostiles. Let's have a quick look and see what we've got. These we can contend with. The vultures, they're not going to be too difficult for us to worry about. These may, I know that we had some fighting with them. They may be okay. These camels are the problem. These are zombie camels that are wandering in off the side. And if any one of our dwarves that meets one of these things is going to have a really torrid time. So we have to almost just lock the fortress down now and wait for them to disappear. That's all we can really do. So everything is up top, which means we can still work underneath. Now our entrance is actually under here, where there's a cage, and we have forbidden the hatch. This is the one way outside. So we've forbidden the hatch, but we haven't activated the civilian alert. So we're not using the burrow system at this stage. We're just locking all the dwarves inside, which is fine, which means that they can't get out to fulfill the missions that they have out here to build these cage traps, which have been an absolute godsend. They did save our bacon at the end of the last episode. We had 2 dwarves stuck outside, and they both made it back, but 1 or 2 didn't make it back. Where were they? They were left over to where was it? It was around here somewhere, where they just couldn't quite get back in. I can't see where the dead bodies are, where the evidence is. Again, attacked by undead camels. Unless we've already collected them, I don't think we would have, because it would then show up. We've got a few anyway. Anyway, let's just keep on going through. So the bit of a tour. We go down through here. So this is Adrian Soti, the military commander. Now the shale mechanisms are also waiting there as well on the steps, because literally we can't get outside to finish off those cage traps. You know, I sort of could, just for a very, very short period of time, because those camels are a little way away. There's one there. They're not terribly close to us. Oh, it's tempting. It is tempting, but every time it's tempting, it's then bad things happen. How many guys have we got left in our military now? 3. Yep. So Began, Klingzog, and Adrian. All right. If there's all that many camels coming, they could certainly go outside and destroy this. Okay. Hi, Freezerin. How you going? They could also pick up the two-hump camel, the undead camel in that cage there. There's nothing much else there. This one is still active, but that's the only active trap that we've got, I think. Yeah, it is. We've got a cage trap there. Actually, that one there, this cage trap does actually have the mechanisms and the cage in there. Let's just go and lock that one down. That way, I think there's a cage trap underneath there. But there's also on top of that a cage, another cage with a vulture corpse in it. And so these were sort of left out here so we've got a fair few cages all in that one location, just because we haven't really got to finish them off yet. Let's go and continue the tour. So, what's your longest fort in Dwarf years? Not very long, because I always play on difficult terrain. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really ever. I've had one fort that went really, really massively, like as in we had heaps and heaps of people in it, but I can't even remember. Like that was years ago. I tend to just play the sort of short, quick games. These are getting set up in here for the animal stockpile, and also another stockpile in through here, which I don't think. What have we done in that one? Corpses and refuge. So this is where we will actually go and collect corpses. As we come back down, this is actually another entrance point. So we've got Began wandering off through there. Up through here is another area that we can close off. Sorry, you got ads. So yeah, I don't actually remember the longest time, to be honest, in forts. They tend not to last very long. Okay, so with this, our initial workshop layer is just in here, which is fine. So they're sort of all working away. Most of our work orders have been done. So we've got a fair few of those now all set up, ready to go. So I'll only worry about those if I start to notice problems. So let's not worry about the work orders, and that way these will just automatically do what they have to do. There should, for example, and actually we have to get rid of the turkeys and put them somewhere. I don't know if I've already built that for them. This is my catch-all, which is now completely full. And we're seeing different things in here that I don't really want to be seeing, like thread left alone. That's sort of what I mean. Like if we see that if I go back into the carpenter's workshop, there's no task there, but really there should be bins. So if we go back into the work orders, I'll just look for wooden bins. Oh yeah, we do actually have them. What's the requirement? Amount of logs. Okay, well we probably let's just say at least 6 rather than 50. That way we just keep a few. That's satisfied now for the next check. So that's what I mean. We'll just fix up the little issues that do come up. All right, then we come across this corridor here and then start down into the actual fortress itself. And at this point, we've got, I think this is going to be catacombs. Yeah, this is going to be our catacombs area down through here. We haven't done anything with those just yet. This area here, what was that going to be? We've got bedrooms there. Oh, this is where we're going to start to put in slabs for everyone. So that's now that that's actually been done, what I'm just going to do is actually I was going to smooth this out. I think I'll still do that. Let's just smooth that area. Just get the dwarves doing that. I'm pretty sure everyone can do the smoothing. Okay, so then we just keep on going further down. So this will ultimately be a bedroom layer. Oh, this is the well. We haven't even got to this one yet. So at this point in time, this will be one of the things we build. But let's just continue on down. But the well is up there. As we continue down into this area, this is actually our butcher's shop. We're waiting for the traps to be set along this edge here, because things will come back to life inside the butcher's shop. The things that are dead. Back in through here, we do actually have the start of our the kitchen, the still, and Voodoo Dog's actually working on that one, and then we have the farmer's workshop at the back there. So this is actually where we're going to do our farming and food. This will be the butcher and then the tanner, and so this is where things like hair can come back to life. It's not very dangerous. It can't really do any damage to us, but it does freak our dwarves out, and we do have to be a little bit careful. We don't have that many happy dwarves. We've got one that's extremely happy, but everyone else isn't. So that's a bit of a problem. Then we come back down through the rest of the fortress. Now we've got a few different layers there that we can start to build. We then get down to this layer through here. This is actually our, we've got blocks in through here so we can start to do building. So we've actually just placed like two blocks full of limestone blocks. I think limestone blocks is what we had specified. So we're going to be building with limestone blocks. These are much faster than using rock. And so we've actually already got the outside edge now secure. There is a drop down there, but even this has been secured. So that is now contained and secure for our for use in through here. We do actually have, I think, some goodie huts close by that we were looking to do something with. We're probably going to need to get out here at some point, so I'm not sure if we use this one or a different one. We've got our seed stockpile back in through here, and so that will then be used just for the planting that we have going on. We've got another big area there for planting, so we're going to have like a lot of plump helmets. We can see through there, we've only got one seed left in the fortress. We do have 22 food and 162 drink, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue for us. We'll continue on down this little area through here, deeper and deeper, and we're now actually hitting where the water is on the area, and so we're getting ready for over here for everything else. I think that just ends up finishing up. Okay, this is actually interesting in through here. What we've got is we've got an area through here ultimately that is going to be, we found a magma sea, and so we're going to unlock magma coming into different areas, and so we're going to ultimately then end up with magma forges, but we need all of this to be dug out. So that's where we are with that one. Continuing on down, we then just go down, and this is I think where we discovered the magma sea. So there's nothing much. This is where we're trying to figure out what we could do in the fortress. What's that over there? Just a little bit of magma. Okay. So we did actually sort of, that's where we tested it to start with. So we've been able to then locate the magma sea, and that's about as far as down as we've gotten. Yeah, that's the deepest area that we have. But this ultimately will be really where we are. So the imp is saying, "Hey Daz, hope you're having a great stream." Yeah, thanks for that one. Just sort of started. And Bolaf, hi, how you going? Hi to anybody else that's joined us as well. Remember, you can redeem your dwarves' names if you are interested. So, also, by the way, it's this week has been the release, actually the official release now of the adventure mode. Now, I don't like adventure mode, I've got to say, overall. I never really have. But I am wanting to play it. I think I'll do that on YouTube at some point. I'll probably just record something about it, playing adventure mode. I don't think I'll play it in this session. So we'll sort of see how that one goes, but definitely adventure mode is here. But we've got a lot of concerns here with this particular fortress that we're building. Now, what we're doing here is we're trying to get a situation where we can go up and then dig across, and then ultimately we want to channel down. This is the top of the lava in through here. So we've got like a top area of lava. When we open this up, it's then going to open up this cavern as well. And so we're not seeing the rest of this cavern just yet. We're seeing part of it, but not a lot of it. And so that will then we'll see more of that. So that's a bottom cavern layer back in through there, but it's still fairly high up. This is a fairly high volcano. We're lucky to have that there. But this is also one of the engineering marvels that we're going to be doing with our fortress. And so in this case here, what we're going to be doing is opening up this channel here, and we're going to do that by channeling down here. But we have a little bit of work to do first. What we need to do is we need to get, in fact, I think I'll just see if I've already got them. I can always just put the planning in for it. We need to have a grid, like a grate here to stop anything coming into the fortress. So that's what we're going to just be placing in through that particular one. This is an interesting little lake that we actually have through here. It only goes down sort of like one level, and it's actually contained. It doesn't go anywhere else. So this is actually a finite water source. It's not infinite. We haven't found an infinite water source. That's the only water source we have in our desert, is this little oasis underground. And so ideally what we want to be putting in here is to have the grate placed in here. So I'm just going to go and build that one now, and then what I can then do is then channel down and then block off this with a piece of rock. And so that will be the plan that we then actually have, and that way the water will then flood in. And then this goes down a couple of layers, so we've got like a couple of layers down, which will then be our well. So we've sort of got, that's how that's all going to work. Right, so in this case, Let's go to build. It'll be under constructions, then grates. Got vertical bars, yeah, wall grates there. So we don't want a floor grate, this is a wall grate. And so we're just going to place a wall grate in through this other side. Now we have 3 available. I'm going to hide the planner because otherwise it will just automatically select. And I do want to select my own. So if I go into here, I've got 2 Gabbro gates. Now the reason I've got the Gabbro gates is that these are magma safe. The shale gates, I can't remember if that's magma safe or not. I don't think it'll tell us anything there. So I'm just going to go and place the shale grate there, which doesn't matter for the water. So that's going to be fine. And so we'll just go and place that one there. Now the rest of the fortress, I think we just let things develop. So let's just unpause, and it's safe because we've actually locked everything out from the outside. At the end of the last session, we did lose a couple of dwarfs outside, and a couple of them made it back in. Struck lace agate. Okay, Istro's memorial has been made. So this is actually something where we've got Istro back out through here. This is Istro Taminisbrin, the ghostly human spearman. It's not really not really going into the fortress. It never made it into the fortress, actually. It was always outside and got stomped on by camels, I believe. We do actually have 5 hostiles left. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, they're moving pretty fast. That's really why we've got to be careful of them. So that's all we have there. I think I'll just, until they actually leave, I think I'll just have to stay inside. So, so we've got that one, make the wooden bin has been completed. We're going to get a lot of those. So we have items inaccessible up top. They're going to be wanting to try to pick up the stuff that's actually up the top there. This blue is for future use, ultimately. We're going to have... it's now late summer, so we're going to be coming into autumn, which is when the trade caravan will arrive, and that's going to be fun if they've got to make a bit of a dash into the internals here. Let's just continue on running forward. Yep, run out of plump helmet spawn. Tetrahedrite is a good one for us. Where's that? Down here, great. Okay, that's yeah, we've done that before. And yeah, we need easy meals. Here we go. So we're now into autumn. This is early autumn, so we now can expect the trade caravan at any time, which is we're then going to have to open up the fortress. Just let it save. And we do have to check the weather in this location because that can be dangerous. Alright, so tetrahedrite is going to be a useful mineral for us. Autumn has come, that's fine. Okay, so we'll just we'll continue on, and then we'll just watch over here for messages, and down here for hostiles. Milk animal has been completed. There we go. Rock spawn. Yep, that's fine. Let's have a quick look down through here. How are they going? They've done this. Okay, we can now do the next phase of what we have to do. So these are what I'm going to do is just to clean things up, just so we don't have to worry about stuff. I'm going to cheat by actually doing a dump of all the rock in the fortress now that we've got this one done. So Voodoo Dog is down there doing what? Storing. Okay, going up to pick some of the coal, I think. If we have a look at the items, I don't know. Not sure why Voodoo Dog is downstairs. More wooden bins being completed. That'll just help a lot with what we're doing through here. So so I'll just read a few more of the comments. They seem to improve many things like quest lines and such in the Steam version, so you won't be starting cluelessly. But alas, it's still very complicated to get used to. Yeah, it is. It's just more all the different things you have to do in it. It's sort of one of those things. I probably need an hour or two just to refresh myself before I did it. Valve saying, will water run out? That sounds like you're doomed to fail in the long run. Not really, no. It won't. It will. That will last us for as long as this fortress lasts, that particular lake. It will drain down a little bit, but not very much. There's a lot of water in there. Like, it is a good water source. It's sort of like on Arrakis, you know, how they've got the the water areas underground. It's like finding one of them. So it's massive, but it is finite. It's not infinite. If it goes off the edge of the map, and we may still find infinite water somewhere, and that would be if we can find that, that would be very, very, very cool. Okay, so Trevelyan Hart saying, yeah, it's a lot of ways Dwarf Fortress is about how your fort ends, not beating it up and surviving. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the dwarves living in the fort would agree, said Paul. That's very true, but that's what tends to happen. There's always little problems. Every session we've had already big problems every single time, which has been great. Yep, so the imp saying, I never played in desert biomes. Do you get like deadly sandstorms or such? You do get different things. Now, just to put the reason we're getting zombie camels outside is we're playing in a haunted biome, and there is a chance that you're going to get undead in a haunted biome, and we happen to make sure that we actually started in what's called a reanimating biome, which brings things back to life. That's one thing you get when you play in a haunted biome, or an evil biome. The other thing you can potentially get is weird weather, and so it won't. I don't know if it'll actually be sandstorms as such. I mean, it's actually sort of like, even though it's a desert, it's more of a brambly desert rather than actually just a sand desert. So like up top, if I press F1, you can see there is still stuff growing outside here, like cactuses and some grasses, but there's a lot of sand as well. So it's not a complete desert, but it's very, very close. So it's not massive sand dunes. Now, starting in massive sand dunes, you don't have any foliage at all outside. But most of these things are, there's like young, in this case, there's young glumprong. These are the sorts of things that grow in a haunted, like in an evil biome, will be like glumprong is something that will grow in haunted areas. So a few different things will sort of start to grow in through here. We could, if we didn't have all these undead outside, we'd be able to go out and sort of make better use of all this stuff. But that's not really going to be the case. So maybe this is why the dwarves always die out in fantasy settings. Look, you can end up with a pretty powerful fortress, to be honest. And Voodoo Dog's saying on every Friday more dwarves than usual digging in the dirt. So hi Voodoo Dog. So so anyway, we'll just let them continue on with what they're actually doing. Just to go through the security that we actually have. What we actually end up having through here is that we've got, it must have empty cages in here, which is fine. So with the security, we are using a burrows system, and so we're using the safe zone back and through here to actually designate where the dwarves can go. I may revoke this area because this is on the other side of our one of the safe zones that we do actually have. In fact, I could actually still put another hatch there on the other side of this one here. You can see there that if I just go back up the top, I haven't designated any of this as being safe, including I have it down into there. I may revoke that. I do have a door there as one block, and we do have then the hatch into here as we come in. But then the rest of the fortress, we haven't activated the alert, but this is actually how you then keep your dwarves, or potentially keep them safe. All right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go and place, there was something else we're just going to do there. What was it? I didn't sleep much last night, so I'm going to be a little bit groggy. It's almost, I'm going to be very forgetful today, I think. Which doesn't bode well if you've actually revoked it, invoked a DasDemption. Expect death and carnage from mistakes that I make in this session, I think. Yeah, so everything is sort of now just coming through. I think what we'll do is we'll just watch. Actually, that's right. We had we had that little slab. Now, I just want to wait until somebody starts to build some of these areas. Oh, that's right. And we were also going to clean up the fortress. Let's do that now. Make pots. Needs plump helmet spawn through there. I just have to pause the game to do this, but let's just go and do it. I'm just going to go through, and this is when you've got DF hack running. Just make sure you do have DF hack, because this is one thing you do with DF hack. I only do it with rocks, but what I do is I go to the to the dumping, designated item for dumping into a dump zone. And so if I just go and click on that one, you can see a little bin symbol, or trash can if you're American. Now there are some rocks in here as well. I'm just going to go and place all of those rocks that were there. They're all been now designated for dumping. All of these rocks. So any rocks that we have, I'm trying to we've got chalk, and we have, you can see it's a different shape. They've got different uses, the rocks, but I'm just going to grab all of these type of rocks. And this is sort of like, this just cleans up the fortress. So I'll go back up the top actually, and we'll just sort of work our way down when we start to see rocks like in these sorts of areas again. These are limestone. So I'm just going to go and place all of these somewhere. Sometimes there can be other items underneath this, and you may end up with other things other than what you're actually looking for. So this limestone is going to be very useful. I'm sort of designated to only make our blocks out of limestone. I just think it's going to be a sort of thematically nice way to actually have a desert biome operating, which would be good. I could keep all the limestone separate. Actually, if I do it this way, I then can't do it easily afterwards. So let's go and clear that. Should we do it? No, because we'll still see it there. Actually, no, I will do it. I will do it because I think this is the only real layer of limestone anyway. If I get some limestone in, it won't matter, but I'll come back and do the limestone separately. That way we'll just sort of see like a pile of limestone when we actually finish this one off. We just go back to dumping again. So that's the first layer with dumping. This is all limestone again, so I'll leave those where they are. We do have a few, but these have been placed correctly already. These have been placed correctly, and these have been placed correctly. So that's all okay. These haven't been placed, so we'll come back for those. Again, that's all lime. Wow, actually, we have a hell of a lot of limestone. Just want to pick up the rock that's actually ended up in these areas just to clean it up. That one there. It's a bit of a long-winded process doing this, but it is necessary. Got all of those, all of these. So I want to make sure I'm not picking up other things. So I just really want to just make sure I'm being quite surgical with what we do pick up. I'll come back for the other bits and pieces. I can sort of just go down through through this area, pick up all of those. Got that one as well. Sometimes there'll be like bituminous coal. I could use the bituminous coal again, add separately. I think I've picked up a bit of bituminous coal there. We'll just come back and grab that one because that one can be used, although we're not going to need it. So I could just go and place it there. Come back down to the bottom layers. Just go and grab everything from there. Across here. Tetrahedrite is going to be useful down in this area, and we're going to ultimately be storing that down in here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where just yet. Yep, tetrahedrite there. So I won't pick up that. Well, I'll get them to lug that around. All of this though has to go, including the bituminous. Actually, I'll get the bituminous coal separately. Let's get all this stuff. All right, that'll do us, I think. Let's have a bit of a look down. Actually, there's still more that goes down this way. Yeah, still got a bit more. And that as well. That'll do it. Right, so that's everything in the fortress. All of the rock that's sort of just been on the ground. Oh, hang on, no, we've got all this as well. There's nothing else there. Clean up all of this. Yep, so that's all been done. Right, so with this one now, I've got the cursor turned on, so I need to have the cursor turned on to be able to do this. I'm just going to come back up into this area and just start to place these just off to the side here somewhere. So with that one done through there, I'm just going to now go to the df hack commands. We're going to go to the GUI launcher. I'm just going to type in auto dump and press enter. Done. And so 196 items were quick dumped. They're now all locked, so that's all the stuff that was actually in there. What we'll now do is just go and reclaim these. So that's all just going to be claimed. So we now actually have access to all of those. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to use them for anything. All right, let's now do the limestone. So we've now just got limestone left through here. So this is, again, it's just a nice way of cleaning up the fortress. Actually, I've left a little bit there. I'll leave it, like I won't get, like if I sort of do leave stuff, I'll just leave it where it is. Just go and grab all of that, and all of this. Limestone. These areas aren't really, they can use rock, but they're not really going to. We're ultimately going, this is like a jeweler, we're going to be doing some other things with the jewelers. Then we've got all of this limestone in here. And then the limestone is really just on this, in this location, it just happens to be in these first two layers. Again, the geological accuracy of this game is unbelievable. We're not going to find it any further down now than this layer. So it's just a sedimentary, the whole lot is just incredible. So Bill saying, do you like some of the 6 stats? I haven't played it much. I've only really sort of started to play it. Now that's, again, all we do is just move that cursor up into there. Go into DF hack, the launcher, auto dump. It's a great way to just clean everything up. So 59 items now were quick dumped. So that's, and again, we just go back to that one there and just unlock it. We also then have all of these like malachite. If we have a look and see what malachite is, this is an ore of copper. So we've got all these different ores. I'm thinking just for the sake of the game that I'll ultimately use that in its own stockpile somewhere else. So I won't go and do that. And same with these onyxes and various just, pseudo gems, essentially. We've got a fair few of those. As we go back down, I did leave the bituminous coal on the bottom, and I do want to just clean that up, just so we don't actually have that floating around. So I want to clear out, particularly what we're going to flood with magma. So the tetrahedrite, I'll leave. Tetrahedrite is silver and copper. So we can make copper, at the moment we can make copper things and silver things. There may be other stuff as well. I'll just go and grab this stuff and just auto dump this as well. So we'll just go across the dumping, grab all of that. So the imp saying, I just like to make bricks with all kind of rocks, since they use 4 boulders for 1 brick, and it's since they use 4 boulders, and it's much better. You think it's the other way around? I think it's 4 bricks for 1 boulder. So much better than boulders walls, since enemies need at least legendary climbers to climb them. So it's always easier to carry around than a boulder. Yes, exactly right. That's by making blocks, it's much faster to build, and it's a smoother rock. So it's sort of which makes it hard for climbers to climb up. And so we're going to be using that outside soonish, as soon as those enemies disappear. Okay, I'm just going to go back up the top with the bituminous coal. I'm not going to need it down the bottom here. So let's just go back up to this layer here. And I'll just go and place, it's not really where I need it. I'll just go and move the cursor and launcher and just auto dump. And for only 5 items there, we're done, that's okay. So if we go across now and again open this one up. So if we go back down again, I don't know if I've designated all of the areas. That's F6, F5 I haven't used, F2 I've used for workshops, and F1 I've used for outside. So so F6 is the furthest one down. We're going to need one here for the oh, there we go. So we've got this one is actually constructing this grate. At this point, we're going to be ready to start to build what we need above as well. So yeah, we can certainly make use of that. There's still a piece of lump there. That's I missed that one. That's okay. So once that's been done, I can then designate this one to be opened, and then we can actually have everything ready to flood in, and then we can build our well. The well can go down any number of Z levels. So there's a few little things that we'll do with that one once that one's been done. Hi, Began. How you going? So, yeah, the auto dump thing, does it put it in a dumping stockpile you have made, or does it just delete it? You can have it delete it. You can actually, there's a designation you can have to like delete them as well. Like if you go to DF hack, any command like auto dump, if I go and just type in the auto dump, it'll then come over on the side, and like as soon as I start to type it, if I then find it, where is auto dump? I'm not seeing it. Auto chop, auto farm. There's so many different things you can do here. I'll just type it in, auto dump, and it will then come up with the help file. I don't know why that wasn't showing before. Probably was. I probably just didn't see it. And so you've got auto dump, and then you could also get a command auto dump hyphen destroy hyphen here, which means destroy items marked for dumping under the keyboard cursor. And so so that's actually one way you can then do it. So it goes through essentially auto dump with options, or the auto dump destroy here. So there's a whole lot of different things. And again, this is extremely well written, because you can really, it's not onerous to sort of see what does go on. Yeah, you can hide them, you can forbid them, only process forbidden items, for example. Yeah, it's actually very, very cool. So I just use the first one, auto dump, which I really do like a lot. Okay, first coffin is in, and this is Click's coffin. But he's not there yet. He's outside. He's still outside. His body is not back in. This is Testicles, who is also deceased and outside somewhere. So eventually, as these get built, they'll then sort of this will end up being the catacombs for the fortress. All right. So we've got yeah. We'll just let things actually continue. I should now build. I know. I might wait for the water to actually be done before we build that aspect. So we'll just watch this to be constructed. Okay, that's now been set up. There's got a shale wall grate, which will then just keep any swimmers out. So if we've got swimmers in through there, I can now process this one here. I can either just go through and designate this to be changed from blueprint to standard. So I can actually just go and do that, or I can just go and override it. But that's fine. We'll just go and just leave it there. So that's going to be okay. So we want to watch this, because this is going to be an area that will ultimately be important for us. We've got 5 hostiles still. We have to just keep an eye open for the arrival. And then we need to very quickly pause to see what's going on. Just keep the cursor in the top corner. Weather is cleared. So it was just raining. We've only got normal weather out through here. In the version that I've been doing as the tutorial run on YouTube, I've actually got a fog that changes people into undead husks if they get caught in it. Okay, it's become military commander, that's okay. There's been no activity anywhere. So, yes, here we go. So now the job has now become activated. So someone will come down and work on it. Done. And so we're now going to see, this is now going to start to roll through here. The piece of rock has fallen down. It won't matter. We could end up with a lot of stuff through here. So the water is now flushing through. So just have a bit of a look at this one. This is the bottom area. The water is now gushing across into this region, and and with that, it's then going to set up the what am I trying to say? Yeah. So it's level 7 there, which is the highest level. Level 6, you'll start to see, and this will start to flick around between 6s and 7s once this fills up. It will fill up to the level of this other one. And so ultimately, this will then go in. The reason we want to have a couple of Z layers of water is because the bottom layer will have mud in it. And I don't know if it's still the case, but there used to be a case if you took any water from a muddy bottom, it would actually then be a bit tainted, the water itself. So by having 2 levels of water, it then ensures that we've got clean water for the actual well itself. So that's now been set up. Now what we want to do is we want to go and place a block in here just to stop anything from wandering in. So we can have elements that swim in could then climb straight into our fortress. So we want to stop that. So in this case, we just go back into our construction area and get a wall, and I'll just use a block wall in here. So actually chalks, I've got some chalk there at a distance of 14, so I'll just go and grab that. So I'm hoping that the chalk will be okay there. And so that will then block this off. We've got the grate underneath it, so that's actually all secure. And we're pretty much done and dusted there. I'll just unpause. We'll see this all flood right in, so this will become a completely flooded area. This is now flooding into this bottom layer. It's already up to level 6. The dwarves will work in up to level 4, I think. They'll actually sit like up to their necks and do work in it. They will only do constructions to level 2, so just be aware of that. Level 1 is just splashing around at ankle depth. Level 2 is essentially up to your knees. Level 3 is sort of like above your waist, and then level 4 is up to your neck, and then anything above that is you can drown in it. So unless they've got swimming abilities, they're in trouble. So now we've got that there. One thing we didn't actually do with this was to have a method of pumping it out, but I think we're going to be okay with that one. So the imp is saying not with magma. So sorry, what was that one with? Sorry, the yeah, you can't work in magma. So Monka Strap is saying serious question for Dwarf Fortress players, because I don't own this. How do you keep track of what needs doing? It seems to be overwhelming with tasks to be done. Well, you sort of just, or you're not really doing the task yourself. All you're doing is just telling them what to do. So you can plan ahead. Like for example, if I go up to the very top of the fortress, I've used designations to plan my layout of how I want the fortress to eventually be, and so this is essentially what the fortress will end up looking like. And so I'm going to end up with a channel that will then go, like we're going to have a drawbridge here ultimately that will go through into an area that will then be channeled down through the aquifer that we actually have. So this is actually just preparation for the aquifer, and then down into this layer, which will then move around where the traders can then come with their wagons. Then we've got 2 years before we have to do this, so we've got a bit of time before that has to be done. Actually, now this has been done, I might as well just do this as so it's more you just see when things happen and then you just go and react to it. Is a lot of what it actually ends up being. In this case, I'm just going to go and place the these a little bit. Actually, I'll do this one here first. I'm just going to paint that one into there, and I'm just going to reduce it down to say there, and I'll just get the cages in here. But just got a custom. I am using both animals and empty cages in one location. It's going to get fairly big, actually, bigger than this one potentially. So I needed an area underground for this. Normally you'd do this above ground. I'm just going to reduce that a little bit more and enlarge this one here. So that's just stockpiles getting ready for the traps that we need outside. We also are going to be needing, like this is also going to be a stockpile area for tradable goods, which I'm not going to worry about yet, but I will eventually have that for finished goods. Like it'll be a finished goods stockpile. But I won't set that up just yet. I'll just do that when we get to it, if everything sort of calms down a little bit in the fortress. So by doing this, you end up sort of planning things ahead, and then you just designate what you want to have done. So this is all future planning for when we can then sort of go to the top of the fortress. I could actually undo part of this now, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is the only beds that we actually have, which is not great. So we do have to get the bedrooms layers sorted. They haven't started doing any of the... I might just check my work orders. So again, I'm looking at this thinking there was dwarves that weren't doing anything, like Voodoo Dog is actually not doing anything at all. So why isn't he here smoothing? It should be smoothing the rock. So if I go and have a look at the actual tasks, so where have we got it? Actually, that's the places, the labour menu, sorry. And so we've got stone cutters in through here. So everyone should do that. It's actually down as everyone's doing this one, so that should work. Engravers, everyone does that as well, but I do want to have them doing this. Now, Supreme Plague is the only miner that we've got set up he's locked in as a miner. That's all he does. So, and that's fine because we do still need a lot of mining to be done in the fortress. If that's all done, actually, maybe we don't need that much more mining done. So I might start to designate the next little thing that we do need. Like, do we have a meeting area? We don't actually have a meeting hall yet. We don't have a hospital yet either. We've got a makeshift hospital. No, we don't even have that. All right, so we're going to need to. I'm just basically sort of just muddling my way through this, but we now need to make our way into other zones. Oh, sorry, this is a hospital zone. This is not bedrooms. I didn't designate it yet as a hospital, but that's what this is, and that's with the well. That's why the well is right there. Yep. Okay. So I've got food is the layer below that, and this is also where we should put the turkeys. The turkeys really should be in this zone here. So I think I'll put the turkeys off to the bottom here. So let's just go and start to designate what we're going to be digging in through this other side. So we'll make a turkey farm that way. On this area, I also want to set up an area for clothing. So we're going to end up with a clothing zone in through this side, but we also desperately need the bedrooms and the meeting hall. The meeting hall I'm going to make on this layer, I think. What do we got there? Microline. It's not very good quality rock. But shale, and then we come down to here. Even these bottom layers have still got areas off to here with big open areas. So I don't really want to make use of those. I think I'll make the meeting hall actually just below the food hall. So we'll make that go off to the top. So we'll just go and dig out an area for the hall, and I think I'll actually open it up so that we end up with. I'll just make a weird little sort of shape. I'll have doors that go into this way, and maybe doors that go. Oh, hang on, no, with the meeting hall, because it's such there's going to be so many people actually in the meeting hall. We ultimately want to have an area off to the side of it for. Which we can still sort of lock down if we have to, because it is potentially a source of danger. But we do need an area for the levers, ultimately for the levers, and so I'll use that like that. I won't bother with that one, so I'll just go across and remove that, and then just go back in, and we'll start to now create like the meeting hall back in through here. I'll just make it that wide, and just go up to about there for starters. And we can then sort of set in different like pillars if we wanted to as well. Like if we hadn't end up with tables running down through the middle, chairs, and we'll put some pillars in. Maybe we'll just change the shape of this a little bit, and then just pop some pillars in every so often. This will be the main hall for the dwarves, and this is actually very, very important that we end up with this one. Now we also, it's funny because we actually have our well right here as well, and we could do weird things eventually with that if we needed to, like to pump water up, because they love waterfalls. We could actually make a waterfall at the end of this and have it then drain back into the well if we wanted to do stuff like that. So there's stuff we can do here ultimately, like sort of more mega projects. Underneath that one, I think we'll then actually have, this will be the start of our bedroom layer. So I'll designate this as well for mining, and I'll set up. I like to put little areas for doors just so I can actually block things off. Now I do actually have a macro that I can use here for these. So I had recorded a macro, and I always forget exactly how to do it. Yeah, mist generators. There we go. That would be really cool in one of those areas, like to have a waterfall inside the actual main hall. Would be very, very cool. So sorry if I'm missing a lot of the comments here, guys. I can see I'm missing a few of them. Wouldn't they prefer a fuzzball table? No, they prefer mist generators, which essentially is just a waterfall. So even down in the bottom of the fortress with the water rushing in, that's going to create mist. And we can see it even on the surface, like we could see that there was some mist on the surface. Anyway, I'll just see what I've got here. If I go Control L, I think I've got a failed one. Yeah, I've got basic bedroom and I've got bedroom 01. So I can just go down and select one of these. I'm pretty sure bedroom 01 is one that I failed with. I think I did it last week. I think I tried to do it. So I load it in, and then I just go in and get any of the designations. Like I just go to the build menu. Let's just see what we end up getting with this one. I think if I start it there and just see what we end up with. If I go Control P, it'll then play the shape out. That'll do. That'll do for the starters, I think. I mean, it's a little bit off from where I would have wanted it, but it's not terrible. So how wide is it? It's 7 wide. So we just go room, corridor. That should still be safe there. Oh no, it's not safe. I screwed that up. And I can't go up there because it's going to then sort of... So this whole thing, that one there is actually okay. It's the one below that's actually the problem. So I'll just come back down again. And we'll now remove what we had painted in there. And we'll just bring this one down one. So that's going to be room, corridor. Sorry, yeah, doorway and then corridor. So Control P. So just play, oh, hang on, and I don't, see, because I didn't have this one selected, it doesn't actually draw anything. But it's back to where it was. Now I can do it. Control P. I've got to make sure that the cursor is in the correct spot at the start there. Ditto Plasher saying, attempted misgenerators exactly once. Everyone drowned. To do it, we'd need to pump the water up to the top. I'm guessing that you would have opened up a river or something like that. Which is actually, yeah, that's dangerous. But in our case, it would be very, very controlled. It would actually be hand-operated pumps initially, and then potentially a water-generated pump as well at some point. So we would be able to do different things eventually in the fortress, but we're sort of miles off doing that. Let's just open those up to there. Now we can also go and have a bit of a look. We've got, this is actually a 14 by 7. So if I just go back across the other side, if I go and make this one, if I just have a bit of a look at this area here, I'll just go back across the other side. So 14 by 7 is going to ultimately end up there. 14 by 1. So I'll just go that side, and then we'll just go across to here and just go Control P that way as well. That way it'll set up the other side as well. And now we've got the designation. We can then just go across, Control P. So it's a really quite fast way of building patterns. You can do you can record any pattern that you like. I think, but the last time I did it, I did fail with it. All right, that's our bedroom layer done. Hi Romeo, why didn't you use Blueprint and Quick Fort for bedroom? I'm just used to doing it with the with this one here, using the. I haven't actually tried that, to be honest. If I'm to be fair, Blueprint, is that that's in here, isn't it? So we'll look and see. Quick Fort, GUI Quick Fort. Let's go open that up and have a look and see. Play layout blueprints for your fort. So this is actually something I haven't tried. This is so this is the graphical interface for the Quick Fort script. Once you load a blueprint, you'll see a highlight over the tiles. Let's try that. You can apply the blueprint as many times as you wish to different spots on the map. If the blueprint that you designated was only partially applied due to job cancellations, incomplete dig area, or for some other reason, you can apply a blueprint a second time in the same spot. This looks much better, doesn't it, than what I've been doing? This looks heaps better. So usage. If the optional search term for a single blueprint, example, like GUI Quick Fort Library Aquifer, then the blueprint is preloaded into the UI and available. So how do we do this? Examples. Opens the Quick Fort interface with save settings. GUI Quick Fort Dream Fort opens the the custom filter that shows only blueprints that match the string Dream Fort. So GUI Quick Fort My Blueprints CSV opened up the CSV blueprint. Okay, this could be very, very useful, you know. How do we make blueprints? Apply layout blueprints to your fort. Let's go to blueprints and see if that comes up. GUI blueprint. There we are. So records a live game map in a quick fort blueprint. The blueprint plugin records the structure of a portion of your fortress in a blueprint file that you or someone else can later play back within the fort. So all parameters are optional. Start the blueprint GUI with default initial values. Tavern, dig, build. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, this is really powerful. Really powerful. Okay, so let's go and open up that one. So we'll just go to GUI blueprint. Is that in the list here? I'll just run it from here. So you can select the first corner with the mouse. I don't know if it has to be already built or not. Oh no, I've got to do it this way. Okay, I'll do it. I'll see if I can do it from here. Select the first corner with the mouse. Second corner with the mouse. I'll just do this little portion. Okay, generate blueprint files, N, I'm guessing. And then press N. Okay, well it's done. Is that it? Okay, well now I'll just do, I'll just try that again. I thought it would be in the side here. I thought I'd seen it somewhere there before. So GUI Quick Fort. Okay, yes, they've got library bedrooms. Okay, this is actually interesting. So they've already got stuff in through here. So let's just go and load that one in. Double click. Ah, cool, 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 cool. Let's just see what happens here. That's actually much cleaner, isn't it? Ah, what a clean way to do this. Thank you for getting me to do that. That's so much easier than doing the macros. I won't place it down there, but that's actually very cool. I'll have to play with that a bit more to test things out at some stage. Anyway, we'll leave that where that is. So I think that's, in terms of mining, I think we're actually now sort of done with everything. So that's actually all okay. Microline, yeah, microline doesn't matter much. Here we go. They're working their way through. We need these layers done. Yeah, we need nothing to plant at this stage. Started just raining. It's only just normal rain, I think. So I think we're actually okay here. We haven't had anything weird happen. Now they're also building this area, which is great. Haven't done that one yet. We also do need to. I'll let them dig what they're doing, and then we'll come back and do the other bits and pieces. Really just got to keep an eye out because the traders will be here soon. Still 5 hostiles on the map. Where are they? Right on their fort. There's our fort there. So they're right close by now. We do have still a few more traps that are still working. Here it is, guys, here it is, and it is paused, so that's good. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the Urn of Locks is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious craft dwarves. Take careful stock of your own stores. what these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Well, they're going to now run through the gauntlet of what's actually happening. So what we want to do here is we want to slow this down and actually really have a look. So I'm going to click on OK and then pause, and because where are they? Now the outpost liaison has arrived. Let's go and see where he is. He's over here on the edge of the map. So he's now got to run the gauntlet past and we have to open the fortress up for him. So he has to get to here. And where are those camels? They're just right here, right below. He's going to have to run right past them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to now paint a different area, I think, for my burrows. I don't want them in here. I don't want dwarves in here. So I'm just going to go and repaint this. I'm just going to remove the burrows from this area. We'll come back to this at some other point if we have to. And then we get rid of it from there. That way, it's only safe below, on the inside of that location there. So by doing that one, we sort of just keep, and we need to just make sure that we really have got burrows in all the places that we need it. Oops. It's got it. Sure why that's not showing up as burrows, but anyway, that won't really matter. That's all okay. So all this area that we're sort of building, we just need to make sure that we've got it all under control. And as I sort of said before, I can flood fill this into different areas, but this is okay. And then down through there. This is still actually accessible. I probably don't need this to be accessible anymore, now that we've done what we had to do there. There's really no reason for us to, I mean there's no reason not to, I guess, so I'll leave it there. And then we need to make sure that the layer down below is done, which it is. That is done. That's it. Okay, that's all we need to do with with what we have. So that is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go now and turn on activate the civilian alert, which will just keep everyone inside. So now the civilians won't go outside, but what we have to do is we have to now open up the fortress. Actually, while we're here, this is where we're going to ultimately end up with a. It's going to come through here, and then go down. Which way is it going to go? We need to. I'm just trying to think of how I need to block this off. So I'm ultimately going to need to block this one off through here, but before that I need to put a grate in here, so that we've or a grate in here. Or two. No, we'll just put one in. I'll put a grate at this location here. So if we just go across and just get this, I might as well just this one while we're sort of looking at stuff. Just do another wall grate, not a floor grate. In this case, there's no access. No access because of that. Right. So we do actually have an access down. So I'll put the grate in here. Instructions. Wall grate. Where's that one come in? Yeah, that's okay. I can place it there. That would be okay. 3 Gabbro grates. That's fine. So that's now going to be done. I'll just get rid of the. That one's now selected. So we now have a wall grate there. That will then just stop most of the nasties. So they can still things that can break through, but it would be very, very unusual if it did. So so we've got that one set up in through that side. Yep, so that's all okay. So really the only access point is this upward slope. So I'll let them come back and do that. Let's now go back up the top of the fortress. I'll just press F1. And we're going to open up this hatch. So this is going to be passable now. And let's watch, well, let's just watch around here and just start to, until we start to sort of see things come. I'll just go back up the top here. And where are those camels? They're just to the south here. There's one there. So it's very, very close. It's actually on that side. Let's just move up. And we'll just watch the, here he, no, where is he? Where's the outpost liaison? He was over there somewhere. Let's just find him. Yep, so that's, I don't think it's just showing where he came in, not the actual thing himself. So he's going to be coming in. Right, so we've got the, just go to others, and there's Sigan. He is now making his way across. So he's a little way over. Just go and watch him as he tries to get in. Click the ghostly farmer. All right, that's the ghost of Click. It's just hovering around his skeleton. He's off to basically, yes, that's Click's mangled skeleton back in through there with his ghost. We're still a little way off. Here we go. Where's the camels? Okay, he just got freaked out. Yep, so he's now horror because he's seen the zombie. I'm thinking he's seen now the zombie camels. He'll now run. Oh, too late! Too late! He didn't make it. He ran straight into a camel. He actually ran into an undead camel. So Adrian's saying, let's build it a fortress. Yeah, we were going to do that, weren't we? Actually, that's what we're going to do with the blocks up top. They were going to be made of glass. So yeah, so ultimately it's going to be a glass fortress. Now this happened extremely fast. He didn't make it. Unfortunately, this is actually somebody from the nobility from the mountain homes, which is not going to go down well. That we now actually have this particular one. So if we have a quick look and see what actually happens through here. Munkerstrap has been found dead. Yeah, that was a while back. So he found Munkerstrap, and I think he would have found Click as well, I think. He found Munkerstrap over here. Hang on, who's this? Oh, it's a merchant. The merchants are coming in as well. Right, okay, so we've got the merchants here. They're coming from the south. Damn it, they're also going to have problems. Let's just go through it bit by bit. Stray horse is giving birth to a horse foal. That's actually good. Normally it wouldn't be good, but we've found Munkerstrap. So we've got the one hump camel is Tot Monk Sith. Now they get named when they kill someone, particularly someone important like Sigan. So Sigan is, if we haven't have a look and see what happened with Sigan. So not much happened here. One hump camel attacks the outpost liaison, but he jumps away. This has all happened in that one little location. Charges at the outpost liaison, jumps away again. Attacks the outpost liaison, but he jumps away. Kicks the outpost liaison in the head with his right foot, bruising the muscle. It pulls the neck, and then tendon has been, and the upper spine has been torn. He then falls over, of course, being smacked in the head. By the way, a normal camel in this game is fairly difficult to fight. A undead camel is 3 times more difficult, so it's extremely hard. These guys have got some warriors coming in with them. This is going to get really, really dangerous very, very quickly. So Sigan, the outpost liaison, is now saying, I must withdraw. He kicks in the upper body, and then basically an artery has been opened in the attack, and then he's basically lost consciousness at that point. So essentially, oh, hang on, here we go. It kicks the outpost liaison in the head with his left foot, and the injured part explodes into gore. So he actually has destroyed... These camels are doing a good job of actually making sure that nobody comes back as a zombie. So we have that one done. This one now is revealing has been horrified, overwhelmed by horror. So these are actually, it's either overwhelmed by horror by seeing Munkerstrap. So Munkerstrap is in the south here. These guys here, what are they thinking? Experiencing trauma, was afraid. So these are the merchants. So they're also now going to be trying to make it into the fortress. just remove that one so we can sort of see what does happen into here. I should have actually just stepped through that last one. So I really should stop these from being something that could be done. Yeah, that was actually a designation. So if we go back and up and have a look, they're trying to get back up into here. Now there was a camel. There's a camel right there. So they're going to run into that one. And it was the other one got trapped by the camel back over here. So so Sigan, now Sigan, if we have a look to see, I don't know if it probably won't show now anymore because it's no longer what actually has to happen. So we go to civilizations. And this is our site government. The bone of words is the site government, so that should now show up in blue. So we have a few little blues back down this way. Our yeah, that's the only location for them. Wow, it's very, very small. So there's not very many. We're here, and our civilization is here. Oh, sorry, that's us in through there. Here we go. So this is actually the group. Now, normally the outpost liaison would actually be at the bottom of that list. Diplomat, that's Vukar now has become the new diplomat. So they've already got somebody else in the wings there. Hi, Kay Shizzle, how you going? Yes, a bowling piece. They kicked in by a camel corpse like all the others. Yes, pretty much. Everyone's died that way. It's been a kick to the head by a camel, by an undead camel. I just click on done. So anyway, that's what's happened there. So this is now a named undead camel, and there's a fair few of them now roaming around. We've had a lot of camel deaths, and so these guys have to now make the way up. Let's just see what happens here. I'm just going to use the full stop key and just to see them move bit by bit. Moving up. Now he's been overwhelmed by horror, and they've dropped this here. So this has now dropped its load, and we've now got all these things inside here. Lots of stuff. Now they're not going to be able to pick that up. They're now separated from the others. Let's just have a look and see where this other camel is. Okay, I'm not seeing too much. Let's just unpause it for a second. And if we just watch those. That horse is running away in terror, I think. Oh no, it's afraid after experiencing trauma. I'm not sure what the trauma was that they experienced, because they're too far away to really be taking much notice of what's happening in through there. This merchant has still got his bodyguard, Leecott the Hammer Dwarf. But this horse, if this horse dies, then we've got to contend with that as well. But this is all now free loot for us, which is not bad. There's some good stuff in there, just having a bit of a look. Dwarven wine and stuff like that. So we'll just let everything sort of come back up. So they're going to try to make it, we're going to try to run the gauntlet here. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, they're now moving up. They've abandoned this. The horse may still try to get inside with them. I hope it does make it, because the undead horse is going to be an issue. Let's just go back and watch them as they attempt to move uppercuts. I'll just go to the hostiles. So they're off to the right. Most of them are off to the right. There's one right there. That's the dangerous one, which is oh no, that's coming down towards the others now. Let's have another quick look at them. That was the one that killed the outpost liaison. Then we've got two over. Yeah, they won't be able to participate, those three. And then we've just got this one here, which is moved off a little bit. I think these merchants may make it through. They may make it. Let's just see. The undead one is there, and they're here. Yep, that's not moved in. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to get through. They've all moved up. The horse is the problem. Okay, we'll leave it open and just see if it can get there. That one is moving off to the side. It hasn't sensed them yet. But if that horse doesn't make it in, then we're going to have to contend with that as well. Here they come. bang, straight in, straight in. Merchants have arrived. Welcome. Yeah, so they're cancelling placing items in tomb because we haven't let them do anything just yet. Rock mugs are now completed. That's good. That's what we're going to be trading. Now that horse. Where the hell has that horse gone to? Is that moving around at all? It's really not, is it? It's just wandering around outside. Okay, everyone is inside that's still alive. There's only 4 hostiles on the map. Are they wandering off, are they? Yeah, the ones that were over this side look to be wandering off the map. Okay, what we'll do is we'll hope that that actually is the case. I think I'm going to have to leave the horse outside because let's have a look and see if we can actually do anything with the horse. If we go to F6 and then go across to our horse pen over here. So, well, I don't know what that's, it's got some sort of issue. And if we go and add in, now these are the things that were left. That's the corpse. That's an undead one. These are all corpses that we actually captured. So no, the one outside that's outside is not actually. It's now just wild. In fact, if we have a look at the others, maybe it'll still be listed as a. So it's not a pet or livestock. If we go down to this side here. So click the ghostly farmer is now an undead. We've now got a ghost, which we're going to have to deal with. Boland's saying, I thought the rock mugs were no longer the stable money makers compared to all crafts since they started being useful for drinking. Yeah, actually, that's true as well. Yeah, I should actually I should update my knowledge about those sorts of things because I just automatically do that just from old stuff. Yeah, we've still got that one's still considered a merchant horse. Well, I might leave it open for it for a little bit longer. We'll just watch it and see if it starts to sort of wander its way into the inside. It's actually wandering off in the opposite direction. All right, what we'll do is we'll leave that alone, and it can just sit outside, and we'll now lock the door. So that's now been locked. We can now, with that locked, we can now turn off the civilian alert, and then wait for a break in the in what's going on to then be able to move in and do other things. So they're now coming in to set up in through here, and our dwarves will now be able to start to move things in as well once that actually does happen. So we'll go in and have a look. Yeah, this is still got a bit of work to be done in here. That's still got work to be done. That's actually getting pretty good in here now. And we do want to again get smoothing happening, but I'll wait for that to be dug out. And this as well. There's still digging to be done in there. So there's a lot of digging still to be done. Let's just go back up to our workshop layer. So we've got the that's mechanics. This is the crafts dwarf over here. So making rock pots, rock mugs. I'll go and do it in the work orders. Go to the crafts dwarf. Just type in rock crafts here. Let's just do that. So that'll be at the bottom of the list now. And we'll make them say 3 at a time. Oops, hang on, that's not what we wanted. This one over here, 3 at a time. Prepare 3, and then we'll just go and give it a designation of how it's going to then be positioned. There we go. That's the wrong one. Rock crafts. There we go. That number. Now, I don't know what number I had there before. That'll still be okay. Just make 3 of those at a time. I think I may have had 10 actually. just prepare 10. So I'll leave that one back at 10. So this one here is not set up with any sorts of anything through here. Amount of I'll add that in just so we're not going to run out of rock. So that'll be okay. We'll just leave that one there. So that will just become a constant source of doing things. Okay, well, let's just wait for the traders to set up. We'll just keep an eye on this as well. Looking for in case there's any fighting that goes on. So it's a shame that the outpost liaison, here we go, this will be Click. Click is now haunting the fortress. Yes, down here. Annoying voodoo dog. Yeah, that's okay. Thoughts. Yeah, being haunted by the dead. Doesn't like it. Okay, so voodoo dog does not like Click doing this. We're going to have to put Click to rest. So we should automatically have it being done if we just go back up to the workshop layer. Making pedestals there. Bookcase there. We may have already done it. If we have a look at the slabs. Yeah, so we do have a Gabbro memorial to Click and Monka Strap. So these actually already exist. And so we're just going to put these down to get rid of the ghosts. So we'll start to now place all of these, even though we haven't got what we needed done in here yet with the with smoothing out the rock. We'll still actually go and place them in here. So I'll just get started. I'll just go and place slabs. And we don't want to show the planner, of course. So I'll just start with I'll start with Click, I think. That was chalk, wasn't it? No, Gabbro. And I'll sort of place them, I don't know whether to place them right next to each other. I might do them right next to each other. I forget the order of who was killed. So we'll just start to place them all in a row. Maybe we've put all of our dwarves on this side and any outsiders on the other side that we have to then sort of work with. So we'll just go back in, just go back to furniture, slabs. That was the human. Testicles and like a strap. Alright, so we've now got, they will ultimately be placed in that room. I just wish that the others would go in and start to... they've all got no job. Why aren't they in there working away? Not sure why that's the case. They should be smoothing. I'm going to have to solve this. Pete's saying time for another slab and bash him over the head with it. Okay, so lots of chaos are saying, I can't remember, but if a caravan dies from things out of your control, aka dead things, does that affect your relations with the caravan faction? Or they keep sending caravans? They'll keep sending caravans pretty much. In this sort of case. I mean, if we were attacking, then we'd end up, yeah, that would be completely different. I mean, they're still unhappy about it. So anyway, let's just keep on going. Yeah, it's like a strike, isn't it? I can't figure out why that's the case. I've got, if I go to my labour menu, that's the stone cutters there. Everyone does this. Everyone does it. What if we allocate one of them and see if what happens there? You going to do anything? Are we on pause? No, hang on. also need to smooth all of this stuff out, really. There's a fair bit to be done here. Okay, well, oh, hang on, that's actually, that's different layout. I wonder what I had set it to. Yeah, we shouldn't see it. That for some reason that was showing up as being something that was doable. I'm just going to turn that off. So that's now going to be done. I don't know what it was. I wonder if I somehow maybe even had it set. I don't know. I don't know what I've done there. So I'll blame myself. This little coffin area is getting ready. Yeah, Marcus Strap saying, considering how many dead bodies are on the surface, forget the crypts and just let nature deal with it. Oh, we'll still deal with it. We'll do it this way. I mean, that way we end up with the catacombs. But we do definitely need these. So that should now work in terms of. Oh, hang on, when I unpause, it still does continue on. Let's just go back down and have another look. Yeah, they should be working this. I'm not sure why they're not. Okay, one trader is now ready to trade. The other one lost all of its goods. So we'll go and call the traders up into this area. I'll move goods to and fro from depot. So what we need is bins. Gem bins, which we don't want to be taking up there. Finished goods. Okay, we've got a couple there. I'll take them both in there, just those two there. So we'll wait until we see them arrive and then we'll start trading. Here they come. It's placed on this table over here. There we go. Now we'll request the broker request at the depot. So the broker is Tiny Mutant Squid. We've had a torrid time. Come on, Tiny Mutant Squid, where are you? I want to get this done. We've got 7 hostiles now. Right, so Tiny Mutant Squid is in there. Let's just see what the hostiles are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, damn, here they all come. Here they all are. Right, so they're all up top again. That other horse probably still be floating around out here somewhere. Down here, I would guess. So hopefully it'll live. If it was hovering around here, I think I'd open up the door again, try to let it inside, but I don't think it's going to do it. Yeah, clicks annoying everyone. Okay, let's trade. So we have mugs. We've got heaps of mugs, so we're just going to go and place a heap of those in and just see what we can actually, what our amounts actually are. I'm going to try to keep the wood myself. These are still pretty good. We want to keep those. Yeah, we don't want to get rid of any of that other stuff that's actually in there. So that's all we want to get rid of. So we've got 630's worth of stuff. Platinum, pigtail, ropes, dwarven rum barrel. That would be good-ish. Throw that one in the list. Bronze mace for 50. I might start to get some of this equipment. We're going to be setting that up for ourselves fairly fast anyway. I might get... I'll leave that one. Actually, this is only... An iron pick there is actually... This one's... Look, it's funny how all the values are the same because the quality of this one here, this has actually been like embedded with gems. This one here is just really good quality. This is just a standard old iron pick. I'll leave that one there and see what else, if there's other good things in through here. Sand we don't need. Dimple cup, gypsum plaster, I'm going to grab that. The leather bin for 100, I'll grab the whole leather bin. That's going to be extremely useful. It's still, yeah, the trader profit is still 360. So these cloth ones, I'm going to have to make my own cloth bins. Copper bolts, we don't need those. Don't need that. Plump helmets, it's more the... What have we got through here? We've got the quarry bush leaves. We don't need any of that stuff there. Some cheese. We'll be making our own, I think, at some stage. Let's get pig cheese. It's 50. Let's not worry about it. We'll come back up for other things. There's more important things for us at the top. Okay, yeah, it'll still accept that. That's good. Let's grab another pick. That's about it, I think. I'm happy for them to, if I just go and get rid of some of these things. Yeah, now it wants that. That's going to be a clear win. If I go back to the yellow, like if I get rid of one more, it will then be something where they'll be wanting to a little bit more than what we're providing in through there. Can I get the chalk? Yeah, the chalk they'll accept. So that's all good. We'll trade. Yes, proceed. Done. All right, so that's good. So we've now taken. That's all we needed to do with the trading. I'll leave the door locked until they want to leave, and then we'll open it up. So, no trader needed at the depot anymore, so we've done our trading. So we've actually done some good stuff, which is good. And what that then does is it then allows the... we've got imported wealth coming in, that increases, which is important. It makes our fortress more valuable, and we should have exported wealth. We've got none yet until they get away, I guess. So we'll sort of slowly sort of start to get those things happening. By the way, that's the trigger for attacks. So these sorts of things, as we export and import, we're going to attract the attention of more things around us. All right, that's all fine. So we'll just continue on down into the bottom layers, and I might just set up a few of the. Well, actually, the bottom layer in through here. Have we done what we needed to? Yeah, that grate's now in place. So I'm going to put the wall in here. There's no one on the underside of that, is there? No, there's no one stuck. That can't happen. Because if I don't do that, it could go in and splash up into here, and I don't want the lava in this area. So I'm just going to go and place a wall there. That will then block everything right off. And we've got chert distance of 2. Which must be there. There it is. Okay, so we'll let that be built. Yeah, so they're not able to plant anything. I'm not sure why they're not smoothing stuff out. That's really quite strange. Is anyone going to do this construction? I'm not doing that either. What on earth are they thinking? Some of them are working. Yes, they're being haunted. Now this is currently, they're just having a meeting, I think. No, they would say if they're having a meeting. I'm not sure. Are they in a burrow? No, they're not. I haven't done that. So, and the burrow does include all of this area. What I might do is I might save the game and then just come back into it again. Just see if that's going to fix it. Hi orangutans, how you going? Now we should also be getting new dwarves coming fairly soon. So they're also going to have to run the gauntlet. And I'm just saying that because orangutans is one of the next ones in line for a new dwarf. And we're going to name them as soon as they arrive on the outside of the fortress, and then they have to run the gauntlet to try to get inside the fortress if they can do it. Continue active game, yeah. So let's just quit right out. Actually, no, I'll continue again and just see how it does go. Oops, hang on. Continue active game. Yeah, this is God, which one is it? I always forget which one it actually is. That's not it. That's it. Yeah, so Adrian's saying go to the labour menu to check it all out. I have. I'll do it again though. Pause just for a second. Okay, let's just pause it again and have a look at the labour menu. So I've got Atomic Ant is actually designated to do this. Like if we go down to the actual stonecutters, everyone's designated to do it. I did put Atomic Ant in as a stonecutter. I'm not going to do that anymore, but that's so that shouldn't have been a problem, should it? There's no standing orders that would stop that from happening. Nothing in there, nothing in there. And engravers is also set to everyone. So I'm not sure what's going on there. That is a bit of a mystery. We need to also set up our hospital as well. Really should probably do that sooner rather than later. I might do that now actually. Let's just set the hospital up. So we've got the furniture, tables, actually sorry, furniture, beds. The bed goes in the middle between a table and a traction bench. I'm just going to go and use the planner for this. It's funny, there should be spare beds. And then we'll go to table. So we've got a number of these. So that's a surgical table that's then used there. And then we need traction benches, which will take a little while for us to get those. Machines, I think, is where traction benches are. Nope. There it is. This is for setting bones. To do this, we need a metal chain to actually then construct these. And running down the middle here, we need to have coffers. So we'll just go across into furniture, chests, and so we'll just place some chests through the middle here. That'll be enough. And the other thing is we ultimately may need to block this off if we end up with undead or something in here as well. So I like to have a bar area down in here, but I think I'll just leave it. Yeah, look, I might still do it. I'll just set up a stockpile. And bars of blocks. Go to custom. And in this case, I'm just going to go none, but we will then allow blocks of stone. So all of those. And then we'll also just change the numbers of barrels and bins to nothing. So it's just going to be purely actual individual blocks that will end up in there. And so that will be to block off doors, block off these areas if the doors can't be lockable. So we go to doors and hatches. So it's sort of like a bit of a fail-safe if we have to lock anyone in or lock the whole thing down. So that's fine there where that is. I might also just throw a door into a few of the other areas that are going to be a little bit more difficult. It's also a potential problem, so that will then block, because this is an area that can become dangerous for us. Let's now go to our zones. Meeting area is for hospitals. Accept. Plus, this will become our new hospital. So we've now got the hospital, the home of tin. That sounds good. I'm happy with that. And what will then happen in this area is we'll then get the different details. Now, we've got all visitors welcome. I'm just going to do it purely for citizens and long-term residents only. And this is what we don't have any thread, cloth, splints, crutches, powder, buckets, or soap. We'll have to make a soap industry. The doctor is just, all we've got is one doctor at this stage, which is going to be the Tiny Mutant Squid, expedition leader, so he can be the doctor. He will then do all of the tasks. So that's fine. So he is now in charge there. And that's it. That's the hospital set up. Actually, I'll just pause that for a second and get out of those. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't smoothing. Still digging areas as well, so I'll let them continue on digging. Let's just go down the bottom here. Also, why weren't they building this? It'll be okay. Here we go. Tiny Mutant Squid is coming down to do that one. Great. That now makes that safe. It means we can now set this one up as well. So we're now going to channel it through here. And just channel down. Now, I wonder if I can go back up to those other layers and actually try to do something. I don't think that's going to help us with the... yeah, I can't actually tell them to go and do that. They're still building all this, which is fine. So, there's still a lot without jobs. I don't know. I'm not getting this. It's strange. Okay, this now has been dug out as well. So now what we need to do in through here is to go back into workshops, farming, and then nest boxes. And we just keep this one with the planner. We may not have them set up. This is going to be a pen or pasture zone. Oops, hang on. assign all the turkeys to it. Yes, that's all, got all them assigned to it. That's all we've got. Alright, so then we just need to go back up to our workshop layer and make sure that we are making nest boxes. I'll just go and put that into my list of work orders. I don't think I saw nest boxes in there. It's a big long list there now though. So for a Craftsworks workshop, nest boxes. Make them out of rock. Number, we'll just make one at a time. And when is so this one here available is going to be. Yeah, if we just change that across, is it most, say, 2? Which will allow them to have 2 just in this in storage. Right, so that will then be made. That's going to be fine. Everything else is going well here, so I think we'll just keep on moving down through the fortress. Yeah, that's all going to be okay. Oh, these are now come back in. They're just hovering around. They've got nothing to do. Because this is now another meeting area, they've now decided that this is actually where they want to hang around. This is ultimately where we want them to be. All right. Well, let's just wait for everything else to be. I don't know why they're not doing this. There's a few more doing things. Just put a door there. Hi Saren, how are you going? Hope the fortress is going well. See, I'm still alive. Yes, we've had a few deaths. A few, but not. There we go. So you're still trying to plant. Need to put a hatch cover on there. Oh, we need to build the well. So we need a block. So that will then just be made automatically. So I could have done that one separately, but I'll just leave it where that is. These keep on wandering out away from here. Eventually they'll end up in there, but they're being a bit painful. Now what else we got? The merchants will be leaving soon. Well, there's still 6 hostiles outside. Where are they? They're mainly on the edge, except for that one there. Well, they're not leaving yet. Still got a little bit to go. So we'll yeah, if I open the doors, everyone's going to rush out again. So I think I'm just going to leave everything where that is until it's a bit longer. It's mid-autumn. We'll wait until we get to late autumn and then we'll open the doors. Snowstorm has come. Okay, so it's now going to start to snow over. So nobody's doing the actual doing here. It's very strange. Okay, the merchants have embarked on their journey. Right, so now we have to open things up for them. So now it's time for us to activate the burrow system yet again. So we'll just go and activate that. And we'll unlock this. All right, farewell, guys, farewell. Where the hell are they? Oh, they're just getting all their stuff ready. Just watch. Actually, we might just watch them in here. What I might just do is just go and lock off this here. Forbid that, because that way at least we're just 100% sure that the others aren't going to be able to do anything. Come on, pack up. Pack up and get out of here. I'm just going to pause and grab myself a drink of water. Be right back. Yeah, okay, so it says that they've embarked on their journey, but they haven't yet. Okay, no, it's still not going. I think they're packing all the mugs away. Whoops, pause, what have we got? Click has been put to rest, great. So what we've got here is that we now actually have, click was there before, but we've now made the area in here. So click's slab has now been placed, which is good. That's all okay. Is there any snow on the ground? Oh, we've got a camel right here. It hasn't come down. There is a trap right there. Oh, now it has come down. Okay, so now we've got a camel inside the fortress. That's why we locked things. Oh, it's got 2 camels in the fortress. Well, guys, you're going to have a bit of a fight in here. It's 3 camels. Oh, shit, they're all in. 1, 2, 3. Well, got more on the way. Is it the more the merrier or not? Do we lock it now? What do you reckon? Yeah, those camels want those mugs. Now, I don't think that they're going to be able to get away. The merchants. I think they're now already dead. Do we get all our goods back? Yes, we do. All right, I think it's time for you guys to vote. I think we have to vote. Do we lock the door now and see what happens with 3? There's 2 more on the way. There's 6 hostiles on the map. That would mean 5 inside. Where's all the others? Let's just quickly go to all the hostiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 3 outside, 3 inside. That one there is moved right away. That one's not part of it. But the other 5 are all in the fortress. So, sorry, the other 3 are in the fortress, and and 3 are outside, but 2 are making their way in. So they're heading their way in. They can smell the dwarves here. Now the thing is that they can move down to there. We can actually lock them off and save these guys. Technically. Now the other thing is we then end up with a group of camels that are stuck in this area. It means we're going to have to dig another way up for these guys to get out. So I guess do we save them, because we're still in a position to save them by locking that door. The camels can't break open the doors. So we do actually have a position there. I should really put a hatch there at some point. So how should we structure this one? Could lock them all in and have some peace on the surface for a bit, and that's a bit cheaty. Yeah, don't save them. I want blood, says Adrian. Well, okay. Well, in that case, let's actually leave it open to let the others in. So we'll end up with 5 in here, I'm thinking. But I'm guessing the question is, do we lock this one here? So maybe just in the chat, just I won't do an actual poll. Actually, no, I will do a poll. Just bear with me. We'll go and do a Twitch poll. So save the traders, I guess, will be the save the traders. It's either going to be locked in that door, basically. Yes, lock the door. Now we're still going to let the other 2 in, or no. That's the okay. There's your options. 1 minute. There you go, guys. We'll view the results and see what you vote for. So so we've got 2 for not saving the traders. You want their goods, don't you? I mean, it is a lot of goods we do end up getting. So in one sense, it's beneficial for us for that to happen, but it doesn't bode well in terms of the mountain homes sort of sending more people our way. I mean, they will send them, but they're going to be unhappy. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Balasar saying the chat votes, what traders? There were never traders. So there we go, getting a bit more no's. So it looks like the no's may have it, unless the yeses. Oh, we're down 1 away. 1 away. It could end up being an equal split. In which case we have to roll a dice. Nope. Oh, it ended up being an equal split right at the very, very end. Okay, so it's 50-50. I'll have to roll a dice. Or I could just go with my own instinct. My instinct would be to save them, to be honest. I'll go with my instinct because it's a 50-50. I'm going to save them. So we'll do it that way. Yeah, thanks for nothing, chat, says Hoabub. Anyway, I gave you guys the option. You've had your choice, and I'm going to save them. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to watch. How far off is that one? It's right there. So I'm just going to go and lock this door. Forbid that one. And what I want to see is if they come back up again. Yeah, they are. The other 2 are making their way in. If I unlock the door again, they can't break in. What have the others done? It's now back up top again. All right, I'm going to allow them to just do their own thing for a little while, actually. They haven't gone through the door. They're now all moving off. I've still got one inside. Let's forbid the one. There's now 4 right here. Let's actually go back in and open it up again. There's now 3 inside with 2 outside. Who's the third? 2 there. Right, so they're all stuck in here. There's 3 stuck in there. What to do with this? Because we've got an aquifer above it as well. Actually, I think I'm just going to have to leave the doors open. I'll let the traders make do their own thing. I'll let these guys do their own thing. I'll just leave that one passable, and we'll just watch the traders to see what actually does happen here. Will that door be opened? Oh, there they go. So we're now already starting to sort of get... Hammer Dwarf is now fighting, so we'll start to have a bit of a look and see what actually happens through here. So the Hammer Dwarf bashes the one camel. This is where this is going to get interesting. Is if this military guy can actually kill a camel and kill it relatively easily, it means our military dwarves should be able to do it as well. So it's a trap. There were 2,000 waiting off the map, yeah. So he bashes the one-humped camel corpse in the upper body with his steel warhammer, bruising the muscle. So you can see there it's pretty a better quality fighter than what we actually have. They're right on top of each other in through here. Strikes the Hammer Dwarf, but the shot is blocked. So the blocking is working. Bashes again in the lower body, bruising the muscle. So it's not making a massive difference here just yet. We'll have a look at a bit of what does go on here. So let's have a quick look and see who Lee Cott actually is. So this is a talented Hammer Dwarf, skilled shield user, skilled armor user, skilled discipline and skilled observer. So there's a few different things. So terrified while in conflict, but still actually not too bad. If we have a look at it from his perspective, if we start to now unpause, if I just go and toggle the pause, so it misses, Hammer Dwarf bites in the head, tearing the muscle, but latches on firmly. The camel corpse strikes the Hammer Dwarf, but the shot is blocked with the steel shield. That's good. Bashes in the leg again, chipping the bone. Scratches the camel corpse in the right foot. Tendon has been open. Bashes the one again, so it's just smashing its way through and chipping the skull. This is good. Bashes the camel corpse. So no, he's not taken any damage yet. Bruising the muscle, fracturing the skull again. So he's aiming for the brain to try to kill the brain of the zombie camel. Bruising the muscle. Okay, it did actually kick him in the leg. Through the bronze chain leggings. Now, that's better than what we've got. So he's got a steel shield and so on and so forth. So this is misses, bends the neck. I have a part in this. This might require an answer, says the Hammer Dwarf. Misses. So there's a lot going on through here. Let's have a look and see how many others there are. They're still together. What about the others coming up? So still just got one there. And just one there that he's dealing with. Okay, let's just go back to the action again. Just keep on going until we start to see some. Okay, now he stood up. That took a bit of time. Here comes the others now. Oh, and the camel corpse is down. Right, so one of the others actually did the damage there. The door is now open. Here they come. And so this guy here is actually still healthy. He's not even tired. That's good. And now we actually have a one-humped camel corpse, mangled, mutilated corpse. So it's now dead and buried. The traders are now starting to come through as well, but we also then have, if you look at the damage that was done, so we've got 2 hammer dwarfs. We've got Dishmap as well, who bashes in the leg, and the head, and in the head, and the injured part is crushed. So he was the one that got the killing blow. Let's have a look at Dishmap. Is Dishmap in here? No, that's just the merchants. Where's the other guy? There he is. He's gone back up here. So he is a talented hammer dwarf as well. All right, still got the camels in through here. So we'll just keep on now going through until we get the next portion. Here they come. They're leading the way. The merchants aren't going to last long. They possibly could run. They've got nowhere else to go. They're sort of cornered in here. Who's that? A merchant. So he's run away. Terrified while in conflict. Okay, so let's just have a look and see what actually happens here. Here they come, and bang, blood. We've got blood on the ground. This is Ficod's dwarven blood, the merchant. And we do actually now have the combat now going in through here. So let's just now have a bit of a look to see what happened. Maybe we'll do it through the one-humped camel this time, because there's going to be a few of them fighting. So if we have a look at the... if I just go back to the one-humped camel. So now, so the merchant punches the one-humped camel in the right foot. It then kicks the merchant in the head, bruising the muscle. The force bends back the muscle and tearing apart the upper spine's nervous tissue. Artery's been opened up. So this is just one kick. Kicks the merchant in the right foot. Yeah, so this is actually not good. Let's just keep on pausing this one. A hammer dwarf now gets involved, bashes the one-humped camel corpse in the left rear leg with his warhammer, fracturing the bone. Misses the hammer dwarf, bashes again, bruising the muscle in the head this time. Charges at the hammer dwarf, but jumps away. Hammer dwarf bashes the one-humped camel corpse in the lower body with his warhammer, bruising the muscle. Jumps away again. In trying to go for the head, fracturing the skull. So this is actually still going to be alive, I think. Yep, it's the one-humped camel corpse charges. It does collide with the hammer dwarf, and the hammer dwarf is knocked over. So the hammer dwarf scratches the one-humped in the right foot. So I think he's still on the ground now, or on the staircase. One-humped camel corpse kicks the merchant in the left lower arm, bruising the muscle. Okay, there we go. Charges again, collides. The hammer dwarf is knocked over. They're both hammer dwarfs, unfortunately, so we don't know exactly which one is on the ground. Strikes, but is blocked with the shield. That's good. Again, it keeps on getting around. Imagine it charging away in just a small little staircase. I'm assuming they're still in the staircase. So very, very close quarters. Well, I think, I'm hopeful that our guys would be able to take on a single camel, actually. So one camel at a time. This is something that we could check out, actually, at some point. Yeah, knocked over again. So it's taking a bit of time. So bruising the... Yep, so that jumps away again. Knocked over. Okay, this time... The one-humped camel corpse kicks the hammer dwarf in the right foot, and the injured part collapses. An artery's been opened in the attack. The force pulls the right knee. So we've got some big problems here now. We've got a fractured legs with the hammer dwarf. Kicks the hammer dwarf in the head, bruising the skin through the steel cap. Okay, so it's still alive. Yeah, but it's now doing damage to the upper spine tissue. Let's see who this is. Who is it? Who is it that's actually causing this? Is they no longer there? It's over here. This is Dishmab. Seriously injured, bleeding, a heavy bleeding, winded and unconscious. Right, so he's dead, basically. Here comes the others. Where's the other hammer dwarf? There he is. Leacott, come on, get involved. He's dead. Anyone else on the stairs? You've got a free run. Where's the others gone? They're out here. Let's see if they make a run for it. So that's now been dead. So that dish vamp has been killed. Oh, now we've got more of this going on as well. Dish vamp, yeah, the hammer dwarf has been found dead. The merchants have come down here to fight. What on earth are they thinking? What on earth are they thinking here? That's Fecod, the merchant. That's now dead. And here comes the camel to take out the rest of them. That's Fecod's corpse. There's a whole lot of stuff dropped right there. All our mugs. We've got all our mugs back. All right, then we have this is now Gubelsesh, the one-humped camel corpse, is now attacking back up through. This horse has now made a run for it. This merchant is cowering away in this particular location, and then we've got Leacott is going to be coming back in to do some fighting. So what we'll do is we'll do Leacott's story now again. So we'll pick it up. So there'll no doubt be some fighting. So bashes the one hunt in the head, bruising the muscle and fracturing the skull. Okay, that's a good start. As it came up the stairs, that's what actually happened. It did it had a hit at it, but missed. Bashes it in the foot, missed. In the rear leg, fracturing the bone again. So it's now getting a bit of damage done. The one hammer corpse strikes the hammer dwarf, but the shot is blocked with the steel shield. Yep, that's good. So he's doing well here, but he left his friend alone. Punches the one humped camel corpse in the head, bruising the muscle. There we go, bruising the muscle again. Bashes in the front leg, fracturing the bone. So this camel really won't be able to move around at all. So yeah, bashes in the head now, fracturing the skull. Now that, don't know if that's going to be enough to kill it. No, not yet. Let's let it run forward and just see what actually happens here on the staircase. And how badly mangled. This is mangled corpses, which I think will mean that it won't come back to life. What about this one here? Mangled corpse here. These camels do amazing, like an incredible amount of damage. I love this game. God, it's incredible. Yeah, we'll just get rid of those out of the way. We've got a lot more people that we now have to find things for. So, Michael Strap saying, probably thinking, man, I wish this camel would go away. Yeah. Well, this one here, I think we're going to be okay. Let's just watch and see what happens here. There he goes. He's got it. He's back up in here again. Now we've still got the merchant's now come back. Kivish is now going to be moving out. Let's have a look and see if the way is clear. I think the way is clear. Let's follow Kivish up. See if Kivish actually makes it out of here. He's not going to pick up any of the stuff. He is tired from all this running around. Is Kivish in there? No. Oh yeah, no. Fecod was. That's okay. We'll just get rid of that one. But we'll follow you through the fortress, up and out. Here comes his friend. His friend is healthy as well. He's tired. This one's fine. Leacott is fine. He left his mate alone to tackle the undead. Now the rest of the undead have wandered off, so they're a little way away. But let's just follow. Let's follow Kivish out. And there they go, off the map. And they made it out. They made it out. Oh, and look what we've got. Some migrants have arrived. Right on time. Right on time. Here we go. Perfect timing. Now we actually have some names in here. I've got two names that have been... we've got orangutans is the first one that comes through, and then vinyl rabbit. So We're going to honour this list. Let's hope he gives a 5-star TripAdvisor review for Tin Mata. Yes, so Tin Mata is, of course, the name of the outpost. There's still no exported wealth, unfortunately. Okay, this is where we've got them coming in. Now luckily, they opened the gate for us, but there may still be zombies that will come out. So with what we've got through here now, they've got to go sort of run the gauntlet a little bit past some of them. Where are they? They're over there. There's 3 there, and then there's 1 more. One group of citizens is stranded. Right, so what we need to do is we now need to open up all the gates. So go to F2 and open that gate up. Make that one passable. Elephant Man redeemed a... Oh, that is dangerous to do it right now. That is dangerous. Let's have a look. Let's see how many arrive, because they're all going to have to make a run for it here. So this first one is orangutans, who is a glassmaker. Perfect. Perfect. That's an adequate glassmaker, novice wax worker. Glassmaking is exactly what we're going to be needing. Annoyed when caught in a snowstorm, but that's as okay. So this is orangutans. So orangutans library is done. Uh-oh, got a water buffalo as well. Oh, hang on. Now we've got something happening in the bottom of the fortress. So let's have a look at this. I'm just going to click on OK and then pause. Here comes Vinyl Rabbit, which is a talented mason and a competent soaper. This is actually, again, quite useful. So this is Vinyl Rabbit. And Balasar has also got one as well. There we are. So you guys are very brave to get them as they come in. I'm just going to have a quick look at this wall. Where did that happen? And why are we out here? What the hell is going on? Oh, we saw it. Okay, we've just seen it, that's all. What it is, I think, is we've now opened up the doorway into the other area. This one here. This is now, we're now seeing everything that's in around here. So we're seeing dangerous zones, basically. So what we now need to do is we've now got this is now flooding into this area, and will now flood through this area, which is exactly what we want. So it's hitting that wall. So here comes Supreme Plague. So what we're going to need to do is put another wall here. So just going to go and place constructions, walls. Oops, hang on. That was an auto build. I'll cancel that one. Do that again. I had it set to the planning mode, and I want to do it manually. I've got chalk. It's a fair distance away. I could use a limestone block. I've only got 25 of them though. I need more than that. So I'll just do it that way. Yep, that one's done. They're done. So we go back up to the migrants. So Vinyl Rabbit's there. Okay, the next one that's coming through is Elephant Man. This one is a carpenter and a trapper. I think we turned trapping off. I hope we did. Oh, hang on. No, I've got the civilian alert still going. That's okay. That's important. So, oops, elephant. Oh, man, there we are. Elephant Man is in. Who else have we got? Okay, next one in through here is Valasar. Oops, hang on, that's not going to do it. Where was it? Balasar, okay, so I think that's all I've got. I'll just double check that I've got all my stuff. I'm just going to get rid of my list of names. And we've got Elephant Man, we've got Balasar. So the next ones through haven't been named yet. So let's just see how we go. Will they make it through? That's the other thing. So let's just see how we're going to go. Things are freezing over outside. That's where they have to get to, up around here. And where are they? They're a little way away. Let's just see if there's any more, and we'll just keep an eye open for any activity that actually does come across. There's another one. Donkey. Here comes another one as well, the metalsmith. Oh, are they going to make it? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to... Yeah, they're pretty close. Okay, I'm going to have to send out the military. So, it's the military's time to go and help protect the entrance, which they're not going to like to do. So, yeah, military might die instead of us. Well, that's sort of their job. That's their job. So I'm thinking we do it. Adrian, Klingzog, and Began. I always worry when I've got Began in a squad because Began always gets killed. All right, here we go. We're going to put them on station outside, just right over here, actually, on the other side of the traps. And hopefully that will be okay-ish. Let's go there. There's still some live traps out through here. Orangutan saying Began's name means chaos in Dwarvish. There we are. Yes. So so we'll see what actually happens here. In fact, we might even just watch these. Yeah, they're coming in. They're closing in on the entrance here. Yep, Fecod has been found dead, and we've put the other one to rest. Began's become a spear dwarf. Whew, okay, here we go. Here they come. So Began is up top. Here comes Vinyl Rabbit. There's still a lot to come in here. Now, Beacon's out over here. They're closing into there. These ones haven't been named. Ashira. What else have we got? 3 hostiles. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 that will be fighting. Our military, and it's just Began on his own. No, we've got Adrian's out here as well. Okay, we've got Adrian as well. So, and oh, there they all are. Klingzog as well. Now, they're now getting close enough. Do we just allow them to make a run for it? Do I send them back to just being citizens? These are, I think, 1 or 2 more tiles, and then it's too late. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I need a drink to think about it because we've now got 18 population here. We've still got some named. Does anyone want a named character? We've got Tool on the Metalsmith. I'll do a bit of a sell job if you do want this one. The Spouse of Bemble, Bendlabers. Only 76 years old. He's got a long life ahead of himself. He's a furnace operator, and we're going to be using furnaces very, very soon. So this is a great character to actually go and pick up. And then, of course, you've got this one as well, who is Bemble. And this is the spouse. These are husband and wife team. Coming in, Novice Shearer. She's only 53 years old, so got a very, very long life ahead of her. Anyone feeling lucky, says Orangutans? Yes. A little husband and wife team just coming in. Nothing else behind them. That's all we've got to do. Oh no, there's still this outside as well. I'm going to not worry about these. This donkey foal is not going to make it, I don't think. But these may be a distraction. There's still a chance, guys. There's still a chance for you to pick up an incredible duo here if you do want to have a DasDemption. There we go, incognito. There we go. This is what we want. Okay, we've got incognito. Right. So incognito is the metalsmith, and he's got his wife through here as well. So the wife is still up for grabs here. Is he in an area where anything that dies will become a zombie? Yes, we are. Pretty much, unless their head gets smashed in. And so the other thing we have to be a bit concerned about is, have they done a good enough job of mutilating these and these? Because these could technically still come back to life. And these as well, of course. So we've got a few different things in here that we are going to need to fix. The others, I don't think anyone's made their way. Oh, yes, here they come. So Valisar's made it in. Man, Vinyl Rabbit. Yes, Vinyl Rabbit's made it. So a few of them have now made it inside, which is good. So they're making it their way past the this welcoming committee of the traders. I don't know whether to leave these guys out here or not. Von Schweinhund has got the next one. There we go. You've written test. Yes, the test worked. There you go. I wonder if that was actually really a test. So this is von Schweinhund. Now, can they make it back inside or not? This is super tricky. I think I'll let it go a little bit longer. What if I let these guys inside? I'm going to have to do it immediately. I really have to do it right now to bring them back inside. But then these are still going to they're still got to run the gauntlet. I think we're going to have to wait until von Schweinhund is about to here, and then release the military to run back inside. There we go. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. So let's now let's actually turn off the military. They can go back to just being civilians and get back inside, guys. Yep, I did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. There's still left a few things outside. Now the other thing we now have, we've still got our civilian alert, so everyone is now rushed inside. I'm tempted to actually allow these inside the fortress, and then or even one at a time, and then leave our military to do something. So you guys survived. Everyone, we did it. We actually got all 18 survived, which is great. So Began has just become a planter again, which is awesome. Let's have a bit of a look down through here. So Began's the last one there. I'm going to allow one inside, and then we'll use our military to see if we can actually sort of destroy it. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. We just captured one of them. We've only got one left. So this one is now coming down through the fortress. I think it's time to go and kill it. Or, actually, I've got to get going. So I think I'm going to have to leave this for the next session. I think we'll leave it here. What we'll do is we'll lock up the fortress. Let's just go and clean everything up. We'll keep it on pause now, and we'll keep everything ready to go. So we'll go and forbid the. So we've got that one locked in. We've captured that one back in the out through here. There's only 2 hostiles left. There's this one, which is also coming in actually. But if we've got one alone now, surely our 3 military dwarves, who are not as good as the other ones that were the military from the traders. They're not quite that good. So who have we got? Have we got anyone left in that zone? if I know, look, one thing I know that would happen is if I don't. Where's Began? There's Rogue. There's Began. Began has made it through here. If I don't lock that right now, I'm going to regret it. So I'm going to lock that one now, just so that we do have a bit of time to react next time. Let's go back down through the fortress and just to see how things are going. Nobody's working on this, which is a pain. We're going to have to now build. I don't think they would have. I don't think the slabs would be there already. We'll just have a quick look and see if the slabs for the fallen. I've already got that one. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're there. Because that there is Istros. And Testicles is that one, I think, yeah. I'm not sure we've got extras for those. Right, everyone made it through. That's really awesome, actually. I'm really happy about that. I know you guys probably aren't. So Golf is saying thanks for the stream. That was very tense there at the end there. Still don't know why it's not doing that. Hopefully it sorts itself out. We need to build our beds. We're running out of wood as well. We're going to need to go out and get some wood. We haven't seen anything dangerous out here. So we might go out and cut some wood at some point. We'll set that up in the next session. I'll end my save file on the other bits. Let's just see how we're going down the bottom here. So we're now seeing lava now draining off from the volcano. That still hasn't been blocked yet, so we need that one will happen at some point. Just double check my yep, that's actually fine. It's still part of the safe zone. This area through here, we need to now start to work on our smelters and things. So I might as well build one of them right now. So just go into workshop. We've got magma forges, so this forge weapons and armor here, but we need to actually have bars of metal. So the magma forge is not going to be what we want just yet. What we do want is a furnace, and we want a magma. We've got a few different things. We've got a magma glass furnace, a magma kiln, and a magma smelter. And it's a magma smelter that we want here. So I'm just going to go and place that on top of that area. And we have to make this out of safe materials, so I'll just go and make this one out of gabbro. So that's the first one that we've got. So we'll just at least get that one established. That way, at the moment, we now actually have the lava flooding into this zone, and this ultimately will be where we then end up with all of the other zones when we sort of build this one out. In fact, what I might do is actually go back and paint this one to. I'll just go and close that one, so they're now no longer doing anything. And I can actually, I won't clear the civilian alert. Actually, I'll keep that one open. It's a bit hard to see what's going on with that, but change standard selection to blueprint. No, we want this one here. So you can see through there. We're now already starting to see the magma coming through the floor. So we'll just go and convert this into zones that we can then make use of. I'll start with just this one. I'll do this other one at another time. So that's now going to be opened up, and that's it. I think we're now done with the fortress. Let's just leave it so I remember what we're doing. We'll go back up the top to the camel and keep it centered there. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, so Orangutan saying Slytherin TV. Yeah, so I'll be there in about 2 hours' time to play some Distant Worlds. So we'll continue on with the war that we're playing with Distant Worlds. Rayful Gist, the same magma pumping system goes wild. Well, they're not pumping, we're just letting everything flow, including the water, the magma. So we did a bit today. Actually, we did a bit. Like when you think about it, we set up the well. We've got that one working. I don't know why the characters aren't actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's actually a bit annoying. But we'll see how we go. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next Friday for the next Fortress Friday. And if you're watching on YouTube, then this happened a week ago. But anyway, you'll see this no doubt, and we'll continue it on. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.